Welcome back to WMBF Local Living. I'm your host, Candace Howell. Well, this time of the year, most people are ditching those heavy winter favorites and opting for some meals that are a little bit lighter for the menu. And Tom Mullally is here from Horry-Georgetown Technical College. He's live in the studio to cook up some seared local grouper, which is a favorite this time of year, and some fresh asparagus relish. And he's also got something else to tell us about. Tom, thanks for joining us.
Hey, Candace, I appreciate the invite.
Absolutely. So you are going to make us a great meal here, but we also want to talk about that you are a chef out at Horry-Georgetown Technical College.
Yes.
And you're an instructor out there, and so if you're a student, you might actually see this. Be prepared at some point.
Excellent.
So talk about what we're making today.
We're going to keep it nice and summery, nice and light. You know, we are here in June, outdoor grilling, that kind of thing. So that's what I'd like to promote, grilling in the backyard. And I want to make things fairly easy so it's not complicated. It's not going to intimidate our guests. It'll be nice and easy for you to cook at home.
That means all of us can do it, folks, Candace included.
You don't have to be a chef.
All right.
But the first thing that I'd like to promote, it's extremely light, it's very flavorful, low calorie, and this is a tomato, cucumber, dill salad.
Oh,
and lots
great.
of times people get intimidated when a recipe may have 10 to 12 ingredients. This has 3 simple ingredients. We have diced tomatoes, fresh diced cucumbers, fresh dill is a key ingredient, and it's laced with a balsamic vinaigrette.
Perfect.
So that's all you have to do, folks. Dice your tomatoes, cucumbers, fresh dill, lace it with a little balsamic, a little salt and pepper for seasoning, and your salad is good to go.
Sounds great.
Lots of color, lots of flavor in there.
Nice and easy, quick to do.
Yeah, people really enjoy that dish. It's healthy for us, and it's very refreshing with the hot weather that we've been having as well these days.
And so then we got the grouper rolling now, which is a very popular fish this time of year. And tell us about how we're going to make this.
Okay, this is going to be a seared grouper. This is fresh local black grouper, which happens to be our most popular fish here in the Grand Strand. It is coming out of local waters. And this is going to be seared grouper. We're going to top it with a fresh grilled asparagus relish. And we're going to lace that with some fresh grilled and roasted vegetables that you can do out on your grill in the backyard. And our starch is going to be a very light Israeli couscous, which is petite toasted pasta.
Nice. Cool. And if we end up getting a little ahead of ourselves and we don't get this guy all the way prepared for you, don't worry, folks. We will have the recipe for you that you will be able to take a look at. So making the grouper here, we've got these different ingredients, and I want to talk about Horry-Georgetown Technical College and the culinary program. I know a lot of people know that there is a culinary program, but it's a lot bigger than most people realize.
It keeps growing year after year. I'll give you a little example. About 5 years ago, we had about 50 culinary arts students, and today, Candace, we have 175.
Wow.
And we forecast for the future that we feel in the next 3 to 4 years, we're going to have close to 300 culinary arts students.
Which I think is so great because, you know, the culinary industry actually here on the Grand Strand is so large. We have so many wonderful restaurants. So these students that, you know, and for folks that don't know, you know, continuing education with Horry-Georgetown Tech is so popular. Yeah. You've got students of all ages going out into the restaurant industry from our own backyard.
We
education.
Do. Yeah, it's an endless profession. That's what I love about it. At the college, they learn so many different things, whether it be breakfast, lunch, dinner cooking, hors d'oeuvres, buffets. We have an Asian class, international classes. We have an extremely talented chef instructor at the college that does ice carvings with the students. Yep. They can come into class, they can carve ice, fruit and vegetable carvings. People eat with their eyes first, as they say.
Yes, Eric Wagner is fabulous.
Yeah,
so let's talk about what we need to do next here.
Excellent.
So we've got the grouper rolling.
Okay, our grouper's in really good shape. We're about done here. And again, this is beautiful, fresh local grouper.
And what kind of heat did we have that on?
We have this on a medium-high heat.
Okay.
And we're very fortunate here in the studio. We have nice gas eyes, keeps things cooking a lot quicker, and then electric. And we're going to take this seared piece of grouper and we're going to put it on our plate now. I brought in a nice little show plate.
Yes, that looks so delicious. Looks very good.
This is always extremely popular here on the Grand Strand. And again, with summer, we have our grills all set up in our backyards, and this is fresh roasted and grilled vegetables.
Oh, wonderful.
You can see the grill marks on there. I have an array of vegetables, fresh roasted corn off the cob. Corn on the cob is really sweet right now this time of year. All our vegetables and our produce are at their peak with flavor, and fortunately the price is moderate as well.
Oh, yes. You know, and you have such a great culinary year. about that business as well.
Okay, I've been on the Grand Strand 17 years, and I own what's called a personal chef business. We basically literally bring the restaurant to people's homes and offices.
Oh, fun.
We've had the business called A Difference in Dining for 9 years now, and we're up and running, and it's a little thing I do on the side outside of the college.
Nice, very good. Well, I think this is great. So this is the couscous.
Yes, this is called Israeli couscous, and in simpler terms, it's a petite toasted pasta. It's very light. It's the lightest pasta I've ever eaten before, so it doesn't make you feel guilty.
And how do you prepare the couscous?
This is just like any type of pasta. You just basically cook it in a little salted water. We put a little salt in the water to add nice flavor to the pasta so that it goes throughout the pasta.
Okay.
And now I'm going to lace the grouper with a grilled fresh asparagus relish. There's fresh asparagus here that I took off the grill. We've got red and yellow tomatoes. We've got a little basil in there. And we have some dill as well, and just a little grilled red onion. And you can see it really coming together, coming alive.
So colorful too. I think that's one of the, I think food is more enjoyable when it's colorful, in my opinion. I really like it. And I always struggle with that at home. I want to make sure that everything has a really good presentation as well as the taste. So, and you know, you prepared a lot of this ahead of time, which is always nice because we can make sure that we see the end product here. Very light meal.
Yes, this is extremely light, and that's what I love about cooking. We are here in the Grand Strand. It's summertime. We're all trying to stay in half-decent shape, and you know, grilled vegetables and roasted vegetables, they're very flavorful. We're doing it outside, so it's you know, not creating any aromas in the house, so to speak. And it's just a really nice, light, colorful dish. I mean, to me, it just doesn't get any better than that. We have our fresh local grouper laced with our grilled green asparagus relish and grilled and roasted vegetables.
You gotta love that. And so, you know, this time of the year, one of the things that we always like to talk about is, you know, what is good for summer. That's why I love this dish. And, you know, I want to talk to you too. I know you use a lot of homegrown products, things from the area. Why do you feel like that's so important for our area with Culinary?
I think it's extremely important to promote our local farmers out there throughout South Carolina. You know, it's a tough way to make a living at times. It always fluctuates a lot naturally. The weather, if we have heavy rains or incredible heat, that could affect the growth of our product. So us local chefs, every chef in general, we just have a deep respect for our local farmers.
And if folks are interested in finding out more about what you actually cook in the culinary classes, what do you recommend they do to find out more information about Horry-Georgetown?
They can get online. They can get online to www.hgtc.edu, and all the information will be laid out for them. There's definitely many aspects in the culinary arts department, and they get online and see what the college has to offer.
Yeah, absolutely. And also they do have an area where you can go to lunch out on the Grand Strand campus too. I want to mention that. Yep. And if you're interested in having a party or, you know, taking a class, definitely you want to get in touch with Tom because he can make that happen for you either through the college or A Difference in Dining. And one last moment, I want to show this salad really quick one more time that we have over here. Fresh, quick salad, and again, the ingredients were?
Tomatoes, cucumbers, and fresh dill. And this is laced with a light balsamic vinaigrette. If you want to go creamy, you could take a creamy dressing and add to it as well. But for today's show, we're keeping it nice and light and healthy, nice and colorful. And basically 3 ingredients, cucumbers, tomatoes, fresh dill, and the balsamic vinaigrette.
Oh, perfect. Well, Tom, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate having you as always. And you'll see Tom again this summer. He'll be back on the show again with us to talk to us about some other recipes. Well, there are plenty of fun things to do around the Grand Strand this time of year. And as you make your way outside, here are just a few things that you want to mark on that calendar for this summer. Pirates Voyage has docked here in Myrtle Beach. The self-proclaimed most breathtaking show ever promises to be a fun-filled night full of treasures, of course. And guests to Pirates Voyage will be amazed by the lifelike pirate ship and lagoon. You'll, of course, cheer for the Crimson and Sapphire Pirates as they do battle right in front of you. And, of course, Dolly Parton, you know, she's got to do it right with a brand new, beautiful musical score, which is just so great. And accompanying that entertainment, of course, the adventure will have a 5-course pirate feast with buccaneer bread, crispy fried shrimp, and mashed and flogged potatoes. Okay, with Tom's demonstration in that, I'm very hungry. And remember Summerfest, of course, which is going on now at Barefoot Landing. You can catch every Monday night. There'll be fireworks, and that'll be a show that is over over the lake at 10:15. And then, of course, every Wednesday starting at 7 p.m., there's a strolling boardwalk parade complete with animals. There'll also be mascots, a marching band, and it will make its way through Barefoot Landing. And of course, these are kid-friendly events. The activities will also include a miniature petting zoo and free camel rides. You gotta love that. And for information on other events for the Myrtle Beach area, you can go to visitmyrtlebeach.com, and you can find everything at visitmyrtlebeach.com, from accommodations to restaurants, really anything that you need to know about the area, and of course attractions too. They always have a lot going on with the visitmyrtlebeach.com website. So as always, we appreciate you joining us for this edition of Local Living with WMBF. We do have a programming note that we do want to pass along for you about next week. We will be airing Wimbledon coverage, and that will start next Tuesday, and it will go through Wednesday. So we won't actually see you back here until the following Tuesday after Independence Day on July 5th. So we will see you then, and have a great day. Thanks for letting us in for Local Living to your home. Have a great day. I love it.